Mm.
Okay, so we're officially started.
Yeah.
Okay. Epa.
Hola, amigos.
Till everyone connects. Half a minute. Let's see.
I hope everybody's watching us. I have a little tequilita, mezcalito. Pull something from your bar, from your home bar.
Your whatever your poison choice is.
Tequila, mezcal.
Choose your venom. Okay, you guys ready?
Yes, so ready.
So rock and roll.
Here.
Okay, so guys, welcome to this Full Hands In, Full Hands Out Latin Heritage episode. I'm Claudia Cabrera. I'm the bar manager at Caito del Valle, and I'm also Fernet Branca Brand Ambassador in Mexico. I'm opening 3 new bars now, and one of them has tons of Mexican spirits, which is amazing. And I'm recently part of the Tales of the Cocktail Grants Committee. I'm really honored to be here today with all of you guys. Thank you for being part of this. I'm pleased to be with Isabel Coss.
Hi, guys. My name is Isabel Coss. I'm a professional pastry chef. I was born and raised in Mexico City, and currently I'm living in Washington, DC, where I manage the pastry program of Lutèce, a restaurant I built with my husband. And I also am a recipe developer, and I like to drink and I like to cook. That's my thing.
Thank you so
Hi,
much.
hola amigos. My name is Elisa Lopez, also known as La Loba Mexicana from Toluca, Mexico. Mijenta. In Brooklyn, New York. And I decided to emigrate 7 years ago here in this city, this beautiful city, to reach and achieve my goals as my Mexican dream. And yeah, I started working as a boss girl, waitress, and then jumped until behind the bar. And yeah, until work in Japanese speakeasy. And now I'm enjoying my role as a brand ambassador since 2019 from Montelobos Mezcal and now with Mijenta Tequila. Nice to meet you.
Oh.
Muy bien. Y my name is Alan Ruesga-Pelayo. I am the North America Tequila Cazadores Brand Ambassador. I am from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, and I'm based here in New York City. I love my job, as people probably already who knows me. It fits me very well. I feel like I'm a Mexican brand ambassador. I started the industry like about 15 years ago. I started as a busboy and then server and then bartending, managing a lot of restaurants. One of them, I was very lucky to work at some opening hotels. I work at the Cosme, which was one of the 50 best restaurants in the world. I work as seamstress with amazing bartenders like Pamela, Luis, a lot of amazing people. And now I have the best job ever because I represent Tequila Cazadores, and well, I drink tequila for free. Yes, sorry, but it is true. And I'm super glad that you guys are joining us. So, saludcita, eh?
Salud, guys.
Salud.
All right. So I would like to thank you all for being part of this Full Hands In, Full Hands Out episode, where we will be talking about Latin heritage and also the importance of chefs and bartenders working together to create amazing experiences. And well, since we're celebrating this month, salud, amigos.
Salud.
We know Alan is sipping on tequila. I have a little mezcal here.
I'm tequila too.
Cheers.
I'm tequila team for today.
I'm drinking a homemade tepache. Salud.
Kombucha. I am drinking tea.
So let's start with a few questions. This goes for all of you. I would like to know, what does Hispanic heritage means to you? Isabel?
For me, Spanish Heritage Month, I think it's important, and I think it's a month to highlight the work and contributions of Latin people in this country and in this community. And yes, it's in the US, but I also think it's very influential also on the world. I think we try to highlight the work of artists, scientists, chefs, bartenders, farmers, producers, military, healthcare work. So I think this time is important for that.
Is it I? It's like I disappear.
I'm back. Okay, that's what Spanish Heritage Month means for me. Sorry about that.
Glad you're back. Elisa?
Well, heritage for me is what you acquire from your family growing up. It's the culture, tradition, lifestyle from your ancestors and community that's having passed on for generations. So it's the artisanal local business, traditional foods and drinks, holidays, or even the little things for your day-to-day life. It's the essence of your identity, and it's what sets us apart from other communities, countries, and the whole world, especially Latin Americans. There is no culture without food and drinks, nor is there food and drinks without culture.
Very well said.
Muy bien, Elisa. Beautiful. You will speak so beautiful.
My accent, I try my best.
And for me, well, I feel like everybody has a story, right? And for us, it's, we are highlighting the Hispanic, heritage story. And basically, it is the same that Chabela and Elisa were talking. It's just about our traditions, our culture, our people, the music, the folklore. And for me, I learned all that thanks to my parents, right? They were the one who they teach me all about it. And since then until now, I've been following, those learnings from my parents. They've been teaching for traditions at traditions. So I'm very proud to continue talking about it. I'm being very proud. I'm very lucky, born and raised in Guadalajara, and I live here in the United States, and it's all about educating ourselves. So thank you so much for being here and listen to us about what is our stories to tell. And for me, it just remind me a lot of my abuelas, my grandmothers, and they used to cook. Well, they passed away sadly, but I still remember everything about them, the cooking, the stories, the laughing, the tequilitas around them. 18 and over, eh? In Mexico, it's 18 and over. But the cool thing also, just to wrap this, is one of the cool things that it is celebrating is the Heritage Month. It starts in September 15, and September 15, it is when we start our Mexican Independence Day celebrity. So it is a big fiesta for us because we're celebrating two holidays almost in one. So salud por eso.
Salud.
Salud.
It's crazy how family is everything to us, right? Like Latin, like we get all the food and all the drinks and pass it on through generations. I'm really glad to have a chef in this seminar. So I would like to ask this to everyone, but what do you think about these new pop-ups, like all the chef collaborations with bartenders, all the guest shifts, and all the importance of food pairings? I mean, that's huge for Mexicans and for all Latins. Food and drink, I mean, it's crazy. And we like to bring that to every place we go and show it off. So what do you think about all these new pop-ups and, food pairings beyond the garnish game?
I mean, first, I love them. I love the fact that pandemic brought us together, the bar and the kitchen. It created space for all of us to start doing this type of pop-ups, cooking together, drinking together. I think in times of adversity, people goes to the resources, and the resources happen to be the talent of the people you work with. And it was a perfect time to highlight it, And I really believe when you tap on the skills of like everybody on your work environment and in the industry, you will be surprised of how rich and how much better your work gets when you ask someone else, hey, I don't know how to do this, or hey, I want to do this, but I need someone to pair it with me. at least for me, for desserts, I love it because I feel desserts and bar, it's always kind of together. They want to use my dehydrator, they want to use my kitchen, they want to know how to make a syrup, or I can see them seeing something and I'm like always gonna put like, hey, no, it's not like that, it's not like that, it's not like that. So I love it. I really love these pop-ups that are happening, and I want them to continue completely. I'm down. Give me more. Call me and I'll do one.
Yeah, well, for me, this is a very good way to show all the talent of the people who work in this industry. Although we always work together, this gives us the opportunity to more deeply explore each other's interests and talents, and it enables us to expand our creativity. I think this collaboration results in innovative, delicious food pairings, which are essential to creating a full and engaging quality experience for our guests.
Thank you, Elisa.
Come.
Go, papi chulo.
Muchas gracias. Oye, Ana, for the people who are watching us, if you have any questions about Chabela, Elisa, Claudia, myself, please put it on the chat, and we will try to answer it as maybe in the middle or at the end of the session, but don't ask anything, if I'm single or not.
Don't be shy, because we're not shy.
Exactly.
We're starting, so for all of us.
Yes, yes. For me, it is, working for me, it's almost 15 years working in this industry. And I was very lucky that when I was back home in Mexico, my mom, she's an amazing chef. She never had a restaurant, but she just cooked beautiful. And I was very spoiled about that because I'm not that good cook. And when I tried, I was like, oh, what is this? And for me, working in the industry, the fusion about, as a bartender to create these beautiful cocktails, you need to create some beautiful, ingredients. And some of the ingredients start in the kitchen. So you go to the space of the chef, area, and you use their tools, you use their space. And then for me, it was a great experience because I was kind of familiar, but not too much. And I was always asking the chef, hey, chef, can you help me? Hey, chef, what can I do? Balance the sugar. Hey, chef, I have this ingredient. And then on top of that is different cultures, right? Because I'm from Mexico, and sometimes my co-workers from the bar, they were from different parts of the world. And between them, we kind of created these ingredients and then went to the kitchen. And then the kitchen has this knowledge that is just beautiful, just learning experience. So, and at the end is the pairing, right? You have a beautiful cocktail with a beautiful dish that they pair perfectly. And we are creating an amazing hospitality. So for me, it is, I miss being a bartender, but it's all about sharing our knowledge. And I'm very, very, very happy Chabela is here and many, many other chefs. Thank you so much for letting us to share their experiences because it really helped us a lot.
Yes.
I agree. It makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, bartenders make, at the end of the service, at the end of the night, bartenders is what makes chefs happy. So, if we can contribute during the day, I'm happy with that. We work hand in hand. I mean,
for garnishes.
Yes.
Teamwork.
I do think it's a symbiosis. We work together, and it's one thing to try to make a cocktail out of, hey, this should go with this, or make it together. You're always going to get a better result when you work with the more people is involved into your creative process. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's amazing all the techniques you guys know and you share it so easy. I'm like Alan, I'm not always cooking and I'm not that good. And I'm always with the chef, could you please help me? It's crazy all the knowledge you can share. So how do you guys think we can inspire new talents to feel proud of their culture and to share it through our work? And this is kind of difficult for me sometimes, but also how hard is it to share when we have different languages? and different cultures?
I mean, I think language is a big barrier, but it's easy to break with other forms of communication. And the easiest and the most humble way for me to communicate is through food, you know, and drinks. It's my passion, but it's also it's a constant communication form of it that you can engage. I think culture, for me, culture is like this heavy cloud that comes when you're born. You inherit, you don't choose, but you can choose to represent it and to know it and to be the best at it. And that's, I think, how the more you're proud of your work representing your culture, the best your culture is, and vice versa, you know? Like, you didn't choose it, but you can choose to work on it, and you can choose to learn more. And by learning more, you also are representing all the hard work of the people that came before you, you know, and the people that will be after. So that's what I think of culture, you know?
Well said.
Well, what I said is the inspiration must first come from within. You have to love your roots and love where you come from in order you want to share that with others. It always made me happy to talk about and share my beautiful Mexican culture. And in recent years, many talented people who also started from the bottom and have not given up to achieving their dreams in foreign countries are standing out. For me, sharing our cultures as immigrants can be challenging for many reasons, but because actually the language is a challenge, and to learn a new language is not easy for no one. But at the end, I think if you fight for your goals, it will be rewarding results. So yeah, my advice for the new talents is just find the interest you must do the most and what you're passionate about, and learn more every day. Look for mentors and get close to them. I was very lucky to have mentors who believe in me, like the beautiful Camille Austin, and who teach me the ropes to begin a brand ambassador. Nick Patton, who taught me the bartender techniques that I know today. And of course, Marcelo Chassi, who always share his extensive cocktails knowledge with me. And of course, all my amazing friends here in this panel, who I truly admire, who continue to inspire me every day.
You got to make me cry. That was so beautiful. Yeah, sí, pero que no se desperdicie. Aquí.
No, that's beautiful. I agree with you, Elisa.
Salud.
Salud.
Pues, saludcita. Well, for me, chicos, it's I couldn't agree more with Chabela and Elisa. It's just, and I'm so glad that you mentioned about the mentors, because it's such an important, without my mentors, I would not be here. And I feel that we all need to return those favors, right? So when you have an opportunity,
Who is your mentor, Alan?
My mentor, so when I moved from Mexico to United States, I was living in Washington, DC. And this person, he actually, I don't know why he see on me, but he really believed in me. And he was the person who let me start working in this industry. So I started as a busboy. I barely speak English, but I was like a lot of energy and things like that. And he gave me the opportunities to become all the way to a manager. His name is Manuel Iguina. He's from Puerto Rico.
El Toro de la isla.
Yes, and yeah, and from all this, phase between, start from busboy, barback, server, host, assistant manager, general manager, and things like that. I always, I'm very proud of where I come from. So I think for people just believe your roots, or believe what makes you happy. And for me, talking about my own country, it used to make me so much joy. And every time I have an opportunity, I was, well, this is how we do in Mexico, and this is how we do in Mexico, and this is how we drink in Mexico, and this is how we dance in Mexico. And I'm just very proud of my own country. And I probably I'm not the greatest of creating cocktails. I probably am not the greatest of creating dishes, but I have the passion, and I can just share something of my knowledge and trying to inspire someone else. So please follow your dreams, and whatever makes you happy, just continue doing so hard. And it seriously will bring you some rewards. And again, thank you so much for my mentors. And of course, we all have to return that favor. So if anyone, our information is here. So please reach us with any kind of questions. We're here to, this is a beautiful community. That's why I'm so proud that Tells of the Cocktails, this is what we do, and we're here to learn and to share our knowledge. So, salud por eso.
Thank you. Salud.
Salud.
I can be eating taco.
It's just a big family, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Become
So like, this is crazy because I know it's not always this easy to find all the ingredients when you're outside Mexico. So what do you think about all the Latin ingredients in the States, and like how hard is it for you to find what you need to cook? Like if you were in a Mexican market, you know, because if you go here to a market, you find everything, like just grab a bag and put everything in. And I would love to know, like, where do you get all the inspiration when you need to make a new dessert?
Okay, let's start with ingredients. I think ingredients have changed. Like the amount of ingredients you can access outside of Mexico have become easier and easier and easier. It's a matter of years. It's a matter of the market, what the market wants, what people is cooking with. But yeah, what becomes trendy too sometimes. But trendy can start at something small and becomes something big. You know, it can be as, hey, corn. Was it trendy to have nixtamalize your own corn? Yeah. Is it worth it? Hell yes. You know, I think I moved here to the States maybe like 12 years ago, and the idea of getting some ingredients was impossible. Like chiles, corn. Like corn was impossible to get, like heirloom corn. To get pulque. I remember first time I saw canned pulque, I was like, what is this? This is insane. And yes, it doesn't taste like a pulque that you're eating fresh, but nothing does, you know? Nothing's gonna taste like when you're cutting an apple, but it is still a good ingredient, and ingredients made with people that care for it, you know? So, I mean, as easier than accessing ingredients that you can find in Mexico is, I think the important question is, how do you consume ingredients that were sourced in a caring way, that were sourced from families, that were sourced from people that help? You know, how it doesn't feel like exploring something, and when does it feel you are actually using something because you like it? In cooking right now, there's a conversation that we've been facing lately about, can you use techniques from Mexico if you're not Mexican? And I think, yes, there's a respectful way to do it. So the more you know about your ingredients, the better it is. You know, the more you know why you're doing tepache, and why you're now making it with koji, and now why you're making it instead of corn or pineapple, you're going to start using, I don't know, some bok choy, or like some ingredient that, you know, mixing and matching ingredients and techniques. I think the most responsible thing is know where they come from, you know, inform yourself of where they come from. Also, because it's fun to know where it comes, you know, like, forget about the responsibility of it. It's fun to know where things come. And when you know how things work, you can change them, you know? So the more knowledge you have on that, the better. And getting ingredients now, it's easier. I mean, it's not a Mexican market. It's not a mercado that you walk and like you're buying cilantro for a, you know, un niño de cilantro for a peso. Here, the amount of ingredients are like so different. But I think take advantage of the ones you can import, take advantage of the ones you can acquire, and use them. I think, I don't know, like molinos. Now you can find a molino here in DC. You can find a molino in Miami. And molinos are not even that popular in Mexico. But here in the States right now, molinos are huge. and like, you know, good. It brings other type of techniques and other type of stuff, like tetelas. Everybody know what a tetela in the United States is, and I'm sure in Mexico you ask what a tetela is, and people, not everybody would know or is familiar with. So yeah, some things that start by trendy, but I also think the possibility of changing farming, how would you say it? Like farming customs. Like right now you can find hoja santa in the Union Square Market of New York City. How insane that is. And right now I'm talking with farmers in DC to try to plant hoja santa for me. Just the idea of changing the culture to the roots of the soil, that's a big power. So everybody has that power to change where you live, to what you like and to the things that make you happy. So explore them. That's what I would say. And for inspiration, I think inspiration comes in many ways. I think first it comes on something that's in your head, something that should happen, and it's a dream, and you dream and it's like, it has to be like this, it needs to taste like this, it needs to look like this. And then you go to the resources and the experiences you have, the flavors, the ingredients, the what's seasonal. Like for me, my second part would be what's seasonal in this moment. And the third is go to the people that you trust. Hey, taste this, do you like it? Get feedback. For me and for pastry chefs, I think one thing that we always do to make desserts, and it's kind of like a secret between pastry chefs, but every pastry chef I ask, they do it. We found inspiration on drinks, like a well-crafted cocktail. If you can start separating, you can create an incredible dessert out of that, because they're not savory, but they can be sweet, but they can be sour, but they can be bitter, but they can have foam, and they can have all those things. So I really like finding inspiration in cocktails too.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Well said.
So like all of you guys, what do you think about this influence of Hispanic food in the US? Like, I think Chavela already answered this, but is it a tendency? Like, what about all the contribution of food and beverage?
It's growing. What do you guys think? It's growing, and I'm happy it's growing.
Yeah, of course. For me, it's, you know, the Hispanic influence on Latin recipes in USA. You know, it just like now is the boom in all the restaurants. It's a part, all the, as you say, for example, the hoja santa now, you can find it in all the Mexican restaurants in handmade tortillas, and it's delicious. It recently begun to be used in a cocktail recipes as a nopal and cilantro as a garnishes, pineapple, horchata, Jamaica, and many, many of our traditional flavors from Mexico and Latin America.
That's me.
Yeah, and it's just so funny because I hear about both of you, and it brings me a lot of like clink, clink, clink memories that, you know, number one is some of the things that Chavela said. I learned some things about Mexico more in United States than actually in my own country, which is crazy. And then you know, who doesn't like tacos? You know, it's tacos it's just a beautiful. All the Mexican cuisine is beautiful. And as a fun fact, Mexican cuisine has the cultural heritage of humanity by the UNESCO. But on top of that, it's just it's a beautiful dish, and we have an amount of different traditional dishes, but then also a fusion of dishes, like Chavela was saying. Like, if we're going just a little bit like you know, back to the story, you know, when we were talking about Mesoamerica, the Aztecs and the Mayans, you know, they only have very limited ingredients, you know, like the corn, the pig, the beans and the squash. But then after that, you know, the Spanish conquered Mesoamerica, became de la Nueva España. But thanks to them, you know, we became these beautiful dishes. And just to think about it, who doesn't like tacos al pastor? You know, tacos al pastor is one of the most popular tacos, and it's a fusion about Mexican culture and Arabs. So, you know, and then you create, you know, tacos al pastor and like that, and so many dishes that are very traditional, but like, you know, Chavela was saying, it is about very proud about the ingredients that you use it, not knowing what you using and then finding different kind of expression and making a very unique dishes that when the people there try it, it's going to be very memorable. They're going to be, oh my goodness, this dish with this cocktail, oh my goodness, I can't wait to tell my friends and come back here again. You know, it's all about hospitality, right? So that's what I think.
Not really in love with all the Latin culture.
Yes, I mean, for a part, I think, I mean, talking about trendy, I do think it can be trendy, but I also think if trend is a little spark of something bigger, you know, you can see it as a trend, but also it has grown into something bigger because people that do identify with it and love and care. And food and drinks, I really think is the easiest way to someone's heart. I truly, truly believe it. And when you have something that someone made with love, it just gets tattooed on you, you know, you don't forget. You can pinpoint food of when you eat it by where you were and all that stuff. And it tells stories and it's good to know them, you know, and if you don't know them, enjoy them and share them. Someone else will know them.
Oh, that's great. It's crazy. It's like, I mean, I've known Elisa for a long time now, and like, I know she loves Mexico and she loves sharing all our food and drinks. And I was thinking, like, how do you manage to get all, you know, all our ingredients like pulque and tepache, and like, it's crazy, man.
I know it's not easy. You know, the gastronomy in USA is growing significantly in recent times. And the most popular ingredients tend to be those with spicy flavors, you know. This is the profile of Mexican culture. So in the most popular recipes are those that incorporate authentic ingredients from various regions of Mexico. So now you can find some of this in the market. And for example, you can now find, as you say, Chabela, you know, pulque, cane, tepache as well. So probably it's not like a very fresh, but you can have it, you know, the taste on it. And that's our pre-Hispanic drinks. So yeah, I always, you know, my goal was to work always with as a piloncillo syrups, herbs, flowers, as Jamaica, and many ingredients from Mexico to incorporate in my ingredients. That was part of my goal here as well. I always create cocktails with a Mexican, you know, ingredients. It's, yeah, now it's you can have it here.
And to add where Elisa is saying, is just, if we think about the margarita, you know, the margarita is one of the most popular cocktails all over the globe. And I really like the variations of margaritas, because margarita, it's, you know, it's where it makes tequila, the tequila boom, right? It's where it makes pure tequila on the map. And I love how bartenders, they look at these cocktails, but they look at completely different, and then start creating, you know, different kind of flavors, different kind of like spices. For me, one of the craziest that I saw from this guy from London, he made a clarified margarita. Oh, what's his name? I completely forgot. Shame on me. But you know, it's so going back, and what I said. Some people, they take so much pride about some other cultures, traditions, but they say different, and they add their own techniques, their own signature, and they completely transform something very classy into making on their own way. And I love that about like how people can make their own versions of, it could be dishes or it could be cocktails, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, something cool about Latinos is that we really like when people use products that we like or recipes that we grew up, or like when people use Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, any type of Latin stuff, it makes us proud because it shows representation. And I think that's also super, super cool. So yeah, I agree. Shake those margaritas in whatever way you want.
You know what? It's like, as I say, like to drink like horchata, paloma picante, jalapeño margarita, mezcal Negroni is now, you know, in the classic ones. And then moletini is a martini with chocolate bitters, you know, with tequila and mezcal. And also the carajillo is now very popular. So I want that.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, we're also experiencing this agave boom, right? So it's like, I don't know, I think Alan is really, really into tequila, of course. So how do you think like our agave spirits are making a difference in the industry? Because we can see them like all over the world and it's great.
Well, it's just tequila has such a beautiful story, right? And you know, all agave spirits in general, they have such a beautiful story that we're talking about again, all the way from Mesoamerica, the Aztecs and the Mayans, and creating this fermented beverage like pulque, and I love what this, you know, talking about a little more about mezcal, like, you know, it was back then people that were drinking pulque, but then after that, after the Porfiriato, they start drinking a lot of cerveza because it was the new trend from Europe, and they don't want to drink that much pulque. And then after that, they start, you know, the kind of like the, not the founders, but the people who make revolution about tequila. It was in the town of Tequila, thanks to Jose Cuervo and Herradura. You know, back then they were the ones who they saw a business and they created like a mass produce of tequila. But back then it was, you know, tequila mixture. Right now, 100% blue weather agave. It is where people that are kind of looking and if we're talking about it like is the tequila, it has kind of like their good days and the bad days. And I remember when I came to the US, it was like early 2000, and I wasn't like, oh, you know, I'm from Mexico, let's drink some tequila. And they're like, no, I don't want to drink tequila, because they have this bad reputation. And I'm guessing that bad reputation, it came when spring break, or drinking too much, drinking shots. And you know, in Mexico, you know, we sip it, we enjoyed it. I recommend drink 100% blue agave tequila. And right now, as you can see, the tequila is been growing so much that the sales of tequila is just crazy. I think like last year, it was around 23 millions of 9 liters of tequila they've been selling. And guess who is the biggest consumer in the world? United States. So thank you so much, you know, because at the end, tequila is Mexico, you know, and for me, talking about tequila, talking about mezcal, any agave spirits, it gets me so exciting because it always starts with Mexico. So, saludcita.
Saludcita.
Hello.
That's why we are here.
I need a refill.
With the boys.
Okay, guys. So I think kind of wrapping this up, we have to take a look to the questions in the chat, but I would like to know, what are your goals for 2022? Like, what do you have coming up for next year?
2022 seems so far, and also just right around the corner. So it's a big question. I'm personally, I'm trying to, I mean, I have a couple of projects. I'm trying to do an ice cream company that has Mexican producers, that we use Mexican producers directly from the producers in Mexico, that we align our values and are creating exciting and interesting products like chocolate, coffee, cajeta, all of those, and just mix them with the seasonalities of the United States and produce in the United States. That's a big one. I'm opening a bar. It's taking a little longer, like anything right now, but it's okay. You know, we don't need to rush anything. We'll learn to chill after this pandemic time. And when things come, things will come at their pace. And it's going to be focused on agaves and Mexican snacks. So Mexican food and agaves. And just keep continuing Postre Club. That it's my personal platform to talk desserts and ingredients and how I identify with my culture, and I translate it into the food I cook, and keep making recipes, keep eating tacos, keep drinking mezcal, keep that's the plan for 2022.
Oh yeah, we have a fiesta coming up, so the big opening of the bar.
Yeah.
I know. I will see you guys here.
Tequila and mezcal.
We will finish the inventory of a month in one day.
For sure.
Family and friends opening, stop opening. See. Well, for me, I need to continue growing, contributing, and promoting my culture through Mexican agave distillates, being the voice for our admirable and strong Latin community in this hospitality industry, and inspiring the new generations who are passionate about their roots. That's my goal always, not 2022, forever and always.
Muy bien.
She's making me cry today.
What are you saying?
Elisa's making us cry.
She's
Yeah, I know.
You're right.
No.
You should do like a part-time being a poet, and start writing a book with all these beautiful phrases that you do.
I love you, amigos.
That's the name of the book.
Yes.
Muy bien. So what is cooking for me? What's going on what I'm doing now? What is doing in the future? So for me, as I mentioned earlier, I feel like I'm very lucky to be, brand ambassador. It's my first job ever. I've been a brand ambassador. I never was a brand ambassador before. And I always just been very proud of, my own country and everything is behind, Mexico, no? And so this job, it suits me very well. And what I do, I like to educate people. I like to talk about it. And for me, it's just, I hope I can touch everybody's heart because, we're in the agave boom. And if you are drinking agave spirit, you need to know a little bit about it. So that's why we are here. Me, Claudia, Elisa, Chabela. Well, I should say at the end, me, because first ladies. But we are very proud, and it's not only us. It's all the people who's coming from Mexico. We love to talk about our country, and I dedicate a little bit more about tequila because since I was a kid, my family is very tequilera, and this is what I do the best. So this is my job, and for me, where it's happening right now, doing this seminar for Tales of the Cocktails, for me, it's such a huge achievement. I never thought that I would be, a couple of years ago doing a seminar for Tales of the Cocktails. So thank you so much, Claudia, for inviting us to do this. Thank you so much, Tales of the Cocktails, to invite us to do this seminar. It's a great opportunity to us to share our passions. Hopefully we can inspire more people who is, out there and trying to keep drinking some tequilita, spirits, and eat very well like Chabela does. So salud.
Salud. You are doing very well, all of you guys.
Thanks everyone for joining us. I think it's always beautiful to share time with all our friends, and thank you for sharing like all these new experiences, and I really hope to see you all soon. I need to travel a bit. I want to thank you for inspiring us because like for real, I just learned so much from you guys all the time. I don't know if you want to take a look at the chat, see if we have some questions. Someone says they love the aguacates in the blouse.
Ooh, aguacates.
Latin Heritage Month. I just want to say, guys, inspiration, it's awesome, but it's also just a way to remind us how much we have in common, Like, yes, we are Mexicans and we're Latinos, but we are humans, and yes, we love food and we love tacos, and everybody does. So we do have more things in common with everybody, and sometimes we forget that. And I really think if we can break those barriers, and if we can do it through food and the way our passions are, go for it. Keep pushing on that. That was answering one question about something about young people, how to inspire young people. But I don't know. Yeah, we can go to questions.
Jorge Vargas was saying, Hola, how do you manage to get a start in the industry? And what would you recommend Latinos in the US that want to start in this industry? That was one of those.
This industry, it's so easy to join. It's so open to everybody. And there's people that, I mean, we have Ruski, that he's Russian and he makes the best moles I've ever tasted. Like any age, any nationality, any education background, that could be limitations for any other industry are not in this industry. I think in this industry, what we care is people that one, love service, love the people around it, want to grow. So I think starting in this industry, it's very, very easy. And growing in this industry is just about finding people that inspire you, getting mentors, learning, and pushing, and you will find a good outcome of it, you know?
You know, just to add a little bit, I'm so sorry. It's just before I forget. It's just we learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
But we need to try. We need to keep pushing and learn what is those mistakes. And don't how you say como que no te des por vencido. How you say?
Don't
give up.
Don't give up. Yes, we all make mistakes. We do, but we learn from those, and we will go to or follow our dreams, and we will be so proud of ourselves. Like right now, I'm serious. I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud to be in this room with all of you guys. Seriously.
Yes.
Me too. Salud for that.
Which one is the other questions?
Let me see. I think that was it.
I think that's a question, not questions. We're so good at this. We explain so well, there's no questions.
Well, guys, you are amazing. Like, I want to thank you again for being part of this and helping me. I was really nervous, but it was beautiful. Like, thank you again.
I really enjoy this conversation, honestly. Even like it's not easy, as we say, like to be the voice of a lot of people behind us, but at least it's very enjoyable. So yeah, I like it and I love what I do.
Well, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Seriously, and I'm so proud for where I'm coming from. And like Isabel is saying, is those we're not celebrating just Hispanic, but every single culture. So I can't wait to meet you guys here in New York City, of all of some place in the world. And please, if you guys see me, let's go and celebrate with some tequilitas, some tacos.
He's always celebrating, so it's easy.
What are you saying?
You're always celebrating something, so it's easy to celebrate with you.
Just put me some cumbias and I will be,
And mariachis, and of course the toques.
Sí, ahí los traigo.
Mariachi.
Virtual toques.
Yes, that's so fun. You know, it's very popular now here in USA, the Taco Tuesday or Tequila Tuesday.
I know when that started, the Taco Tuesday, because I eat tacos every day, you know, but like when did...
Yes.
Well, it's almost like Cinco de Mayo, right? Like, you know, it's in Mexico we celebrate it, but here in the US it's like a huge celebration, which, hey, I love it, eh? It's like let's celebrate with more tacos and more tequila, some mariachi.
We have tacos every day here. So, this is Kimberly Fenton, started with LeBron James laughing, he trademarked it.
You know, we have celebrity tequilas or celebrity anything.
Yeah.
It's just they're taking advantage. Some of them, they read the proper way. Some of them, for me, it's a little like a joke. I'm sorry, but I had to say it. You know, it's just I feel like if you want to represent a culture, at least read a little bit, you know, at least represent it. And some people, they do it very well. Some people, I'm like, are you serious?
I really think their businesses, and we like it or not, is like neoliberalism market and consumerism. I don't know if they're good, done well or bad. I don't think they're bad, because it's gonna happen eventually. You know, people's gonna try to make these brands. I like when people try to make these brands and represent all that. My problem for me is when people take photos on the agaves, like they're cutting the agaves and they're doing that type of work when you clearly know you're not. You know, I think the problem not with that is when you start taking advantage of it culturally, like, hey, I'm here with the maestros agaveros, you know, and you don't speak Spanish, you know, you're not. Okay, you can have a brand, you know. It doesn't have you need to know it all. Doesn't mean you are doing it all. Doesn't mean you're planting the agaves. Everybody knows it. Don't pretend you are. That's what I think, you know. Know what you're good at. And learn more on that.
Yeah, if they're doing, like, you know, in the proper and respectful way, of course, you know, it's a lot of work for the people who really work behind or in the field until the end of the process. So yes, I love agave distillations, and just, you guys need to learn about, like, read the labels of each bottle and what tequila you are like it, and choose your best taste or flavor about it, you know, each brand, and yeah, and support all the agave distillation from a country.
I mean, it's a distillation that takes the labor of many people, no? Many families, many hands, many sometimes lower yields. So drink it slow.
Yeah. Also, for the people who are watching us, I would love for you guys to let us know what do you guys want to hear next time through these Tales of the Cocktail seminars. Now that we are, you know, we started with these Hechos in Mexico. So what do you guys think it should be next? Something maybe related, something with the Latinos, something about, maybe it could be rum, it could be tequila, it could be any kind of agave spirits. I love, seriously, 1000%, that we include chefs here, because literally every single bartender is using the chef's kitchen. So I think it should be more involved, the chefs here, but I would love for you guys to, maybe you guys can type it out and let us know what you guys next time.
Yep.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I had technical issues, but I'm back.
Where did you went to?
I always do. I don't know what's wrong with this.
Refill the bottle. Yeah, I agree, Alan. I mean, everybody should let us know, you know, what their interests are into Tales of Cocktail Talk. I'm very happy that you guys decided to bring or wanted to include a chef in this talk. I do think part of reminding ourselves is that we all have different skills, and the more skills we share, the more we realize we're all in the same thing. You know, we all have a lot of things. We have a lot of things in common, more than we realize. And I really think the mentality of, like, back of the house, front of the house, it's so outdated. Like, forget about it. You know, we are like, we have this mentality of we work together, but we don't. No, we do. And it's time we ask and we check. And if you're a leader of a community or on an environment, check how everybody's doing and do the work to bring those people together. You know, if we hate borders, don't build them in your restaurant. You know, don't make separations for front and back. Same.
That's a nice quote. I love it. Yes.
Well said.
I think Yvonne Villa, I don't see the last name. They said definitely she wants to add definitely other types of spirits Latin America has to offer, and she's interested in Mexican whiskey. Okay.
Oh, now you can find a Mexican whiskey, and a few years ago or more, like you know, Chile Poblano liquors over there, and now the corn liquor that is delicious. So now it's amazing to have it here in USA, you know.
How's in Mexico, Claudia, the Mexican whiskey?
That's growing really fast. We have the Mexican whiskey, of course, Mexican gins, non-alcoholic spirits too, Mexican Fernet. Yeah, we have that too. I mean, it's growing a lot. We have like tons of different spirits now. And of course, all the agave spirits are going crazy here. So, I mean, it's a good time to be Mexican.
It's a good time to also traveling to Mexico, like the propuestas. How do you say? Like what people is cooking and what people is shaking on their shakers and what people stirring in Mexico. It's really fun right now. Really, 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 really beautiful. So if you have the opportunity to travel and visit, definitely I recommend it.
Okay, I know we have like less than 5 minutes, but I love to go visit Mexico and go to cocktail bars, open the cocktail menu, and I love how these bartenders in Mexico, they use these Mexican ingredients that we never thought about it before. And I feel like every time I go to Mexico to a cocktail bar, I'm learning also something culinary that we never thought about it. Like, oh, well, this ingredient I hear about it in a dish, but I never hear about it in a cocktail. And for me, it is something just beautiful, no? And I love that you don't see that too much in the United States, but in Mexico, you guys are nailing it. So
in the United States, you see mezcal in every cocktail list in the United States right now. How crazy that is. And it started and now there's no bar. Like 5-8 years ago, every good bar would have one mezcal cocktail. Now any restaurant you go has one tequila and have one mezcal, has one gin. Like mezcal and tequila, I do think has positioned itself to be the top liquors for cocktails in the United States, and that's revolutionary. I think that's beautiful.
Sí, ¡Viva México!
¡Viva México!
We are hechos en México. Salud.
Hechos en México.
Hechos en México. Okay, guys, I think we need to wrap this thing up. It was amazing. When are you all guys coming to Mexico?
Just give me an excuse and I'll be there.
I think we should go to Guadalajara. Have a little tequila, mariachi.
Oh yeah, you are all welcome to my house. I just need to tell heads up to my parents. That's it.
Social media handle. Someone is asking. What's yours, Alan?
Alan Ruesga. I can put it here actually, I think.
Yeah, just type it down there.
Mine's Isabel Coss.
Mine is La Loba Mexicana.
Oh.
Do you want me to type it for you? What is yours, Chabela?
Chabela Coss.
Chabela.
Chababy for the friends.
Baby, I love it.
Okay. Chicos, I hope to see you on social media. Thank you so much, Claudia. Thank you so much, Elisa. Thank you so much, Chabela.
Thank you, guys.
Besos y abrazos.
Cocktail.
Sí.
It was great. See you soon, guys.
See you soon.
Tales of the cocktail. See you.
Gracias. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.